morning, good afternoon, good night, welcome back, welcome to, I'm Joe Josh. Quick, simple, and easy, honestly. I'm leaning more bearish just because of the charts, where we are in the cycle, right? 15,000 to 125, there's a lot of negativity going on in the world right now, and all we need is one news agenda to take it all down. I don't know what the news agenda is going to be. Could be the Epstein thing, could be aliens, could be the BRICS devaluing the dollar, could be wars, could be religious wars, it could be anything. The only thing that matters is the chart. The reason why I started doing technical analysis, because I had an eye-opening experience, and I was like, dude, the only thing that matters is the chart. In multiple aspects, like when certain things play out in the chart, the news follows. And another thing that I'm talking about is you could manipulate the news to mess with people's emotions to fit a certain short-term agenda. Am I correct saying that Bitcoin crashes? It does crash. But does it matter? Because the true statement that you could back up with the chart is Bitcoin crashes after a huge bull market. And every time it does crash, it forms a higher low. But they don't want you to know that. They want you to know Bitcoin's bad because of volatility. Crypto is bad because it goes down. Now let's go over some examples. Everything goes up and down, but not everything goes up and down the same amount. So stocks, gold, that goes up and down. But if a stock goes down 20-30%, it's considered like bear market, like everyone's buying it. In crypto, it goes down 60, 70, 80, 90%, which is worse, right? True statement. But no one tells you that it did a 60 to 90% correction after like 3,000% returns. See, no one tells you that. Everyone says they don't trust Bitcoin because it's volatile. But no one goes to a chart and shows you how much it's up since the beginning. Because it's the only thing that matters. Let's be honest. It's the only thing that matters. Is what is my ROI? To buy a house, an investment property. How much am I making monthly? What's the value of the property's been going up over the last couple of years? If I'm buying a Rolex as an investment vehicle, what have the average prices been doing? Have they been going up or down? What is it short-term and long-term? If I buy a bar of gold, what's my ROI? If I invest in this business, think of it like Shark Tank. If I invest in you, what is my ROI? So the chart doesn't lie about the ROI. The news does. The news does. What people don't talk about is, yeah, silver and gold have gone up. They've outperformed crypto. Recently. You understand? It's very easy to have a conversation and come up with manipulative things that are true. Gold and silver outperformed Bitcoin and crypto this year. You look like a genius if you say that. And if you own Bitcoin, if you own gold and silver. But no one tells you that it took how long for that statement to come true. Bitcoin's up almost 5 million% since the beginning. No one wants to tell you that. They want to tell you how much it's down from 125. So once again, short, sweet, simple, under 5 minutes I see here. Regardless of what happens over the next 6, 8, 10 months, right? Because I've been saying for a long time, if the time tables line up in the 4-year cycle on the waves and yada yada yada, 2028 is the next happening. I'm thinking 2027 is going to be like the best opportunity you could get. So there needs to be blood before opportunity, right? If Bitcoin goes to 50, 60,000, before I say that, what's the most important thing during this bear market? If it happens, if and when, because it will happen. Nothing goes up forever, nothing goes down forever. Anyone that ever tells you otherwise is an idiot, and that even happens in your own life, right? The most important question and thing that you should be asking yourself when something is going down is, what was the previous low? And what was the previous high? So 15,000 range was the previous low, which means what? In order to remain bullish, in order for my ROI to make sense, right? And anyone buying when Bitcoin's going down, they're thinking about the all-time high, potentially a little bit more. And how long until I could make my money back? So we could go down to 20,000 and still form a higher low. Us going from 15 to $1.25 to 50 is a way higher low, and still gives the 4-year cycle argument fuel. Because what was the previous high before that? 70, 15, 125. So if we go from 125 to 50, the sheep are the only ones that lose out. And once again, there needs to be sheep. They hate that I'm telling you guys this stuff. Because imagine a world where everyone was Michael Jordan. Window of opportunity would be minimal, right? The games would be intense. You'd have to be on your shit to get any type of game time, gameplay, right? So that's the video. A lot of things are brewing. Nothing has happened yet, but it doesn't look great long term. That's all. Short term, yeah. Like my ex post that I posted, we could go back to 100,000, and these tops could take 200 days to play out, 300 days to play out, and during that time, there needs to be a lot of manipulation in the news. They need to tell you that it's the best time ever to buy at the top, because your buy orders fill their sell orders. And the same way on the way down, when everyone was saying don't buy Bitcoin at 15, 17, and 13, you needed to put sell orders in order to fill their buy orders. That's the realization of it. Get smarter, do better.